Hello guys, welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk and discuss together about Liverpool's it's done and it's out of the title race. They have just lost on two set pieces to Everton on the derby and they are out of it. I don't see Manchester City losing two games for them to be able to actually go and win it. And also they need Arsenal to lose with only 4 or 5 games to go. I don't see that happening. They still got to win other games, and who knows if they can actually do that. The way their momentum has changed so much. For those of you who play the game or who are coaching, games like this, I love, in the sense that you have a team that is clear favorite in Liverpool, is supposed to just go there and wipe down the floor with Everton, and it turns out Everton are up for the fight. They hold their block really low and together, and they just defend like a team. If you notice, it looked like they were just clearing it most of the time. They were just playing kickball, just sending it out. But then when they got the chances, they tried to create set pieces and try to get something from there. And they did. They did exactly that. So for those of you, or us, guys, where the region where I coach and where I help and everything is, it's not the best in soccer. We don't have the best talent. We don't have the best, facilities or anything like that. We don't have the privilege or the ability to be able to take 100 kids and reject 80 and keep 20 for a squad that are like the best in the region. We play with whoever wants to play. But if you actually commit, if you believe in the plan that your coach is trying to send to you, if you as a coach actually believe in what you're actually selling to the players, that starts there. You as a coach have to believe on what you're selling. And then you have to make the kids buy into it, or your players buy into it. And you just keep going and keep creating momentum. And on the other side, you got Liverpool, who were doing great with the youngsters. Barkley, I believe is the guy's name, the right back that they started putting in because Alexander-Arnold was injured. But then Alexander-Arnold comes back, they put the kid in the bench. Understandably so, because Alexander-Arnold is great on the ball. Now I want you to imagine just for a second, if you had as your left back Cancelo and your right back you had Alexander-Arnold, I really think you'd be done. You wouldn't be able to do anything. Even if you have Van Dijk, it doesn't matter who you have. Vincent Company, you can Rafa Marquez, Puyol, it doesn't matter who you put in as your center backs. You're going to struggle. Now Alexander-Arnold is great on the ball. It's great going forward. Excuse me. So why not do what England does and stick him in the midfield? He's such a good player on the ball. He tracks back at least. So he could play in the midfield and track back and follow players and then try to build from there. Send those long passes out. Start the attacks. Support. Be ready for a rebound and put it away. He's great at that. But why stick him in right back when he's so bad at it? On the defending part of the game, he's so bad at it. He's at fault for these goals today. He didn't even try to jump against Calvin-Lewin, or at least be annoying. He was more worried about like where he's supposed to be standing or something like that. I understand they mark him zone. They mark him based on zone, not man marking. But even then, why not just, you see a guy, he's heading for the ball, don't look at Van Dijk and wait for him to come and deal with it. If you're there, you deal with it. You may not be able to jump to win the header, but you at least jump to make the player uncomfortable to where he cannot make clean contact on the ball. That's my problem with zone defending. That if kids don't understand, if players don't understand, that they need to, first of all and foremost, focus on the ball and the player that is coming into their zone. They'll just sit on their zone expecting somebody else to deal with the danger because they think it's not their zone anymore, or it's the guy that they're not supposed to be watching, so now it's past them. So that's just something for you to think about. But the way he defends is horrendous. It's things that you're supposed to, like I said about Cancelo the other day. You're supposed to learn when you're a kid. You're supposed to know how to move, how to read the play, how to just have an awareness of what's going on around you. But sadly, and it's very sad for Jurgen Klopp, because I really love how he plays. I love the passion that he puts into his team. I love the way he galvanizes them and he moves them on. But Salah has been horrendous since he came back from his injury. And I don't think he's got it in him to bench him. Today, when I saw Elliott coming up, ready to come in, I thought he was going to take him out. Instead, he took Szoboszlai out and stuck him in the midfield. To be more attacking, I get it. He's losing 2-0. But at the same time, Salah has been horrible since he came back from injury. Darwin Núñez has lost form as well. These guys are doing nothing. The ball that Alexander-Arnold sent him through the middle, where he was right between the center backs, he was broken through, and he tried to take it with the outside of his right to set it up so he can shoot it, instead of just letting it run through and touch it with the inside of his left to set it up. That's the kind of thing you gotta do. You gotta step over it so you can touch it with the inside of your left, so you can move it to your right if you're right-footed, and then you just let it rip from there. Those are just bad control. He's a great player, don't get me wrong, but he's out of form. I live in the U.S. and we're gonna get to see him in the Copa America, because it's gonna be played here in the U.S. with the United States, Canada, and Mexico being part of it. Among a couple other CONCACAF teams. But my point is, he's going to do great for his national team. He's a great player, but he's out of form. So is Mohamed Salah. What you have is Diaz trying to do everything, just fighting like a dog, and he's doing great. As a team, I believe they're doing good. They just have individual errors that they just cannot compensate for. They do not have the physicality in their team that those other teams have. Let me know in the comment section below, if you think that Liverpool actually have a chance of winning this title. But I think it's Manchester City's to lose. It really is, to me. I feel like the only way City lose it is if they draw against Tottenham, because I see them winning all their other games. I don't think they lose against Fulham, West Ham, Wolves, Brighton. I don't think they lose against those teams. I think against Tottenham away, they might draw. And if they draw, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they'll be in the same points as, because they have 2 games on hand right now. And they're 4 points behind Arsenal. So yes, if they win their 2 games in hand, they'll be 6. So that'll be 2 points ahead of Arsenal. So if they draw against Tottenham, they will be on the same points as Arsenal. Yeah, obviously, assuming Arsenal is going to win other games. But Arsenal has a better goal difference. So that's where I see that. I think City will win it, because I don't see City losing. And if they draw that game, I think Arsenal are actually going to drop points too. I don't think they'll lose, but I think they'll drop a point. They'll drop 2 points, sorry. They'll draw a game somewhere in the games they have left. They still have to play Manchester United, and they have to be able to play Tottenham also, which is a London derby and derby. Sorry, I said that wrong. And they're gonna want to win it. Also, don't forget Tottenham are fighting for the top four. In the video we made before, go ahead and have a look at it. But we go through how by the English teams being knocked out of the European competitions, except for Aston Villa, the England is not going to get the 5th seat on the Champions League. So that means being 5th is no good for them. They have to go and try to challenge Aston Villa for the 4th place. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you think that Liverpool can actually challenge, or who's your favorite to win the title. It's close enough right now. I'm going to call it now. I really think it's going to be Manchester City. I think Manchester City are going to win the Premier League. I don't think they'll lose points, and if they do, I see Arsenal also losing points. I see Arsenal losing 2 points no matter what. So by the end of the season, they're going to be either 2 points or 4 points behind Manchester City. And I think the wheels have come off for Liverpool. And then just no way for them. I really don't think they're going to be able to win all their games they have left and have City lose 2 games and have Arsenal lose 1 for them to be able to win it. Or draw 2. I really don't see it. Not with the games we have left. Again, I'm very sorry if you're a Liverpool fan. My heart goes out to you. I am the fan of a team that hasn't won a championship in like 6-7 years, and the last decades where you win one every 10 years. We won in 2006, then in 2016, so we do in a couple years. So with that being said, just let me know what you think. Thank you guys. Have a good one.